What is it with a country that doesn't supply their citizens free water? Not that I'm a citizen, but still, the point stands.
Breakfast on the river in the town of Tak, where the service is non-existent, but the scene is picturesque.
And I'm tapping out. This place does look and feel like paradise, but I didn't sleep very well last night. And this morning it is steaming hot. And there's no water here. Yeah, there's a tap, but you can't drink it. And the hotels, they're nice enough to put 2 little bottles of water in the fridge if you're lucky enough to get a bar fridge. Man, with this heat, you know, I finish that before I go to bed. 2 bottles at least. And also I have the shits today because last night, all my clothes are filthy. And I asked them last night, I say, hey guys, where can I get this stuff washed? Could you guys do it here? They don't want customers to commingle their stuff. I completely get that. But when I asked for directions to like a laundromat around here, over there, and I can't find anywhere to wash my freaking clothes. Chirpy mood, aren't I? I guess I'm angry. That market that I drove through last night, just the usual. It's just a sea of processed meatballs. Let's have a market. I've got an idea. Let's have 70 meatball shops, 25 somtam shops. Cool, everyone's covered. Of course, this 7-Eleven does not sell sunscreen. 45 minutes later, now I can buy some bloody water to drink. What is it with a country that doesn't supply their citizens free water? One of the benefits of traveling this way is being able to pick up and leave when you want. Only booking an overnight stay for one night means that if I'm not feeling a place, I can just leave. This has happened a few times on this trip, and the remedy I found is simply to jump back on the bike and keep going until I find somewhere else, and hope that the beauty along the way straightens out whatever mood I'm in. I'm sure it's not the town. The town's fine. It's all me. But I'm just gonna leave. Yeah, I ride from Chonburi. Actually Chonburi. From Dam?
From Dam, yeah, 120.
Oh, that's a long way. Keeping my head straight under these sometimes trying conditions takes a little bit of discipline. I'm susceptible to the elements on a little bike, and even the exposure to the sun, the heat, conditions of the roads, those things can begin to press upon me. Then throw in a couple of minor social hiccups like not being able to wash my clothes and not getting help, or I can't find clean tap water, an inedible breakfast serving, and that's sadly enough to tip me in the wrong direction. I think that's what was going on this morning. And similarly to yesterday afternoon, I've found myself on this thin road meandering up the river or alongside the river. I had to stop because my camera has too many files on it, so I have to drag them all off, put them on the computer, and have some free space because where I'm heading next was completely unplanned, and I looked on the map. Wow, we just might turn this day around. That's the end of my negativity for today. What's just over the horizon is something incredible, and by far the most insane sight I've seen in Thailand yet. Just keep watching a little longer, okay? I've learned from bitter experience, if you see a shot that you want on this trip, don't think you'll see it again. Just stop, chuck a Yui, turn around, go back immediately, because the sun will move and that shot may lose its magic. So in order to try and pep up my mood, I was watching a bit of Paddy Doyle last night, his motorbike trip from a few years ago. And there's one destination which he was in such a bad mood, he failed to make it to that final destination.
There is nothing here, and nobody here. Can't even get an ice cream. Can't even get a bottle of water.
So the next part of this video is going to be a nod to Paddy, and I'm going to attempt to get to that destination that he missed out on last time. What I think Paddy was saying in his video, I've been feeling some of that this week. Let's talk about the double hurdle, the experience of traveling in a country that is A, wildly different in customs, and B, a completely different language. That stuff does begin to take a toll on a traveller. I really haven't had a face-to-face conversation with anybody since Stefan rode home to Bangkok. Of course, I'm exchanging pleasantries with people in the street most days, with shopkeepers, and trying to converse with girls at that Tawandang cabaret show, but at some point, one craves real, meaningful, lengthy dialogue. And it hasn't taken very long for me to crave that, just a matter of days. It's taken to this point to realise exactly how little Thai language I have. When I meet someone with zero English, it becomes really obvious. I realise how few Thai words and phrases I have learnt in the last 18 months. I mean, I'm next to useless out here in the real world. Behind the scenes, I don't know what we're trying to achieve. Maybe the outcome will be a good photo, who knows? A massive nod to Mr. Doyle, who charted this territory so thoroughly for us on YouTube and continues to be a source of inspiration for destinations for many people. Very good, Kopkun Cup. Some healthy looking fellows. The end of this video is an amazing interaction with some Thai locals where I struggle even to ask for help finding a gas station. Like, I tried the usual terms, the usual 95, gasohol, 91, benzene, gasoline, none of it was working. I finally had success when I used the term pump. So, dum-dum here, I've come this far into the dam and of course it hasn't run out yet, but I'd say I've got about 2 kilometers left in the fuel tank. And so I spoke to the locals and they said there's a gas station 20 minutes back onto the highway and it won't make it. So anyway, I think we have a solution.
โจลงมาหามอไซค์ลูกมอไซค์เดี๋ยวขับนำเข้าไปเฉยลูกได้ครับโอเคนะเดี๋ยวรออยู่ร้านพี่ก้อยลูกอ้าว
Kopkun Cup.
จะได้ไม่หลง
Lifesavers. I think someone's going to come and lead me to their secret stash of benzene. Just rolling down each hill, I can feel it's about to go, about to cut out. I know it's bad for the engine, but it's a 20-year-old engine anyway. These seemingly insignificant little hurdles begin to compound and can affect one's outlook on the places that I'm visiting. And I'm trying to combat against this. Another hill. Shit. At this point, my camera just ran out of battery. Suffice to say that the locals took me to their little pump station and I was able to fill up my tank. The next task is to find somewhere to sleep tonight. Well, we're here now. It's the only hotel in the entire region. I've learned it's 1,200 baht, which is 4 times what I'd prefer to pay every night on this trip, but we're gonna do it. Okay, here we are. Desk for editing, yes. Hell yes, Patsiu Pak. This is going to be my first real meal in a few days. Tomorrow I will shoot and release a documentary celebrating the great feat of engineering, which is Bhumibol Dam, apparently the 8th largest in the world. I have a sponsorship deal for this leg of the journey, and I would like to do that brand justice and start fresh tomorrow with a positive outlook. So thank you for tuning in and bearing with me while I stumble my way through these musings today.